one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go and take a friend out to lunch, you know. And they also have really unique and special dinners. They go through a lot of trouble, and they make everything to order on Friday and Saturday nights. They do dinner.
And it's wonderful.
It really is good, and really things that you wouldn't think to put together that are delicious. And they always have a vegan and a regular. So if you have a friend that's a vegan and you never know where to go to eat and they can only order certain things, perfect place to go.
Yep. It's pretty wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And she bakes everything, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's a very good baker.
Good.
Yes, it is. There's more of, I know this isn't a surprise, there's more dual incomes now than ever before. There's only 31% in the United States families that are only father employed.
Don't you think that's kind of like the older people? Because nowadays it's a working family. It's mom and dad both have jobs, and kids are either at daycare until mom and dad come home, or
well, there's 60% of dual income, but 31% of just fathers. I know quite a few moms that don't work. Not.
Are they older?
No.
No?
No. In fact, usually the moms go back to work once the kids are in school. So there's quite a few. But the dad has to be making pretty darn good money, you know, to do that this day and age, which is kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. I think that we've, as families, have lost something, you know, moms not being able to be home as much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Although, and this surprised me, even though the moms and dads are working, there's more quality time spent with children now.
How can that be? When
I
they're
don't
working?
know.
Well, I think
46% more fathers. I mean, there's 46% more time spent with children than back in 2005 or something like that.
I think that parents make more of a conscious effort to spend quality time with their kids.
They make it
now.
more of a priority.
They do.
Yeah.
Because I think that parents want to be with their kids, and our economy doesn't allow that. And I think that they realize the importance of being with their children and guiding them and having fun with them. And so they make more of a conscious effort to spend that time with them.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I'll read you what it says. In 2012, research was done that said 46% of fathers and 52% of mothers said that they personally spend more time with their children than their own fathers and mothers spent with them. So 52% of moms, and our moms were with us quite a bit.
Yeah, but we worked with our moms. I mean,
It's
I remember,
different kind of time.
Yeah.
It is a different kind of time.
Yeah. We worked with Mom. Mom was in the field showing us which plants to hoe out of the field.
Oh, 1965 to 2011, the study's done. So that's what it's comparing. And you know what else now that I really admire is that fathers are getting paternity leave.
To be home with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's tremendous because back in the day, the moms bonded with the children and the dads did not.
Right.
So maybe that's why they have more quality time now. Because they formed that bond earlier. And I think they just care. Like they're in the birthing rooms now. Instead of in the waiting room, they're more involved in the whole process.
Well,
from beginning to end.
Okay. I mean,
get it? From beginning?
From beginning to end.
Yeah. Well, they used to cut the umbilical cord, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I think that would change a dad's attitude.
well, it's sure better.
Yeah.
I
and
think
seeing
popping
what
the
the
kid
wife
out would change the dad's attitude really a lot.
Yeah.
You're right there, Robin. I can't argue with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why God made kidney stones.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. We love you.
We do.
And we have children most of the time because we want them.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
Most
think that
of
it's
us.
okay for dads to do that now. I mean, when my dad was growing up, boys were raised, you had to be tough, you didn't cry, you were the breadwinner, you didn't talk about how you felt, you didn't talk about being afraid, and a lot of those taboos are gone now. So dads are allowed, if you will, to connect more with their kids
and
their
show their
wives
vulnerability.
and
And,
exactly.
And hug.
Exactly.
You know,
And
'cause
hug,
they didn't hug before. Now they hug.
Hugging's good.
Hugging's good.
That's true, except in Italy. I thought I was in the gay district. I
Really?
did. Everybody hugs all the time.
Oh.
Women hug women, men hug men.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it there. So those are some interesting facts about dads. You told a delightful little story about your dad, and you told a good one about yours working
I?
on the farm. Do you have a little story to tell us?
I have a story.
Okay, tell us the story.
We grew up on a traditional farm, so we had the farmhouse that kind of sat towards the road, you know, and the outbuildings were all sat back from that. And I remember one night it was so cold, and it's Michigan, hello,
Right.
and we were having a huge blizzard. And the pump froze in the barn, so we had to carry water from the house to the barn, warm water.
For the animals.
Exactly. So I went out with my dad, you know, little me, and I had his deer hunting suit on. It was so attractive.
That's
yeah.
so cute, though.
This is why boys did not date me. And so I had my 2 pails of water and my glasses, which it is impossible to wear. I had the kitty cat glasses. They were really awful. Now I want some, but that's now. Anyway, I had the 2 pails of water, and I had my head down because the snow was just blinding, and my dad's behind me, and he's got his 2 pails of water, and all of a sudden, thwomp! I ran headfirst into the back of his truck.
Oh, my
and
God.
fell backwards into the snow, drenched in water. And my dad didn't crack a smile, although I know inside he had to be laughing. Said, "Hey kid, watch out for that truck." And what I learned from that was
You got to kick it.
Never look down.
that no matter what's going on around you, no matter how horrible it gets and tumultuous, you need to keep your head up and keep looking forward so you can see where you're going and you can get through anything.
Very good. That's
Watch
a good
out for that
lesson to
truck,
learn.
Yeah.
Watch out
for that truck, kid.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom, definitely.
Little did
I
you
know that he went to the dual bar probably 20 times and told that story.
There we were, walking
Yeah.
along.
Yeah. I need to
what'd you
tell
say?
you that in a blizzard, a drenched deer hunting
That's
suit
not fun.
is not a good thing. And did I have to go in and fill those pails and take them out to the...
Heck
Yes, I
yeah.
did.
But you didn't run into the truck again,
I
did
did
you?
not run into the truck again.
He couldn't have said, "Watch out for that truck" before you hit it.
Well, no, because I wouldn't have learned anything then. Are you kidding? This was my dad we're talking about. You met my dad.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
That's terrible. So now I'll tell my little dad story.
Okay.
So my dad was really cool when they were when my mom and dad were dating. We have all these pictures, you know, and he was city boy. My mom was a country girl, and you could tell the way she looked at him in these black and white photos. Man, she thought he was hot.
Well, he probably
And he
was
dressed.
Hottie McToddy.
He was, and he wore his hair like in a little wave there, and he had those pants that were pleated, in the front, you know, and he always kind of stood with his hands. He was cool. Anyway, and he always wore a hat, and well, not always. A lot of times he wore but always really cool hats, not just a hat that anybody had. It was an Ernie hat. So this one day we went to Geauga Lake, which was a place that you could ride rides, and an amusement park. That's what they call those things, those newfangled gadgets. And I waited, and I know this is a shock, I was always the shortest one in my class. And to ride these rides, you had to be 4'8". And every year I'd have them measure me for 4'6", 4'8" one year.
Woo!
Oh, I was so happy. So I told Dad, I'm going to ride the roller coaster. We're going to ride the roller coaster. Okay, so we stood in line. Of course, they had to measure me, and I was scared that I was afraid theirs wasn't going to be the same. But yep, I made it. So Dad says, "Where do you want to sit?" Well, I want to sit in the front seat. He had to hold me down the whole ride. It kept lifting me up like it was going to pull me out of there. And it was so much fun, though. But I'd go, whoa, and he'd pull me down. And we were screaming, and I had my hands up in there, and whoa, and he'd pull me back down.
There goes Deb. Did you have to
Sorry
wear the little
about that.
dress? We had to.
No, I
Did
could
you
wear
have to-
Bermudas.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Do
Bermudas.
you remember having to wear dresses, Julie?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But that was only on church day when we had to wear gloves, too.
Oh yeah, we had to. When I was little, though, we
Yeah.
had to wear dresses at school.
Oh, yeah, I wore
Yeah.
uniform at school.
Yeah, girls had to wear
Yes.
dresses even in the winter.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
was no wearing pants.
Oh yeah.
So my lesson from that was even when you get blown away, your dad will anchor you.
There you
Yes, he
go.
will.
Yep, and he always did. I'd call home when in my travels, and he'd say, "How are you?" "I'm good." "How are you, Dad?" "Good." "Need any money?" "Nope, I'm good. Here's your mom."
Well,
So
he knew
was-
what to say,
Yeah,
right?
he was a man of few words, but he was really fun. So that is our tribute to dads. All 27.1 million of them. That's with children under 18 still at home.
Yes.
70.1 million in the United States, and I think that's of dads. Period.
Well,
So-
dads are,
There's a lot of dads.
they certainly are.
And that's good. I'm glad there's a lot of dads.
Well, I'm
and
happy
you know,
there, too.
I just had this conversation with somebody today about what an important role a father plays in a little girl's life. Of course, in a boy's too, but I don't think that they realize what an important role, because you look for men that are like your dad because you think to be loved that's how you should be treated. Whether you admit it or not, that's our measuring stick.
Your dad is who you...
But if you're lucky,
Yeah.
your dad will let you run into the back of the truck
A couple of times.
so that you learn to get up on your own 2 feet
Yep,
and move on.
yep. And if you're lucky, if you get a little carried away, he'll
He'll
blow you
anchor
back. And I want to say that neither one of my sons are dads yet. And my stepson is a dad, and he's a very good one. Brad Jones. He's a very good dad.
Yay,
He learned
Brad.
from his dad, Steve Jones, who's also a very good dad. And my son-in-law, Jeremy Coberly, and he's probably going to be mad that I said his name, but he, too, is a very good dad, and he is coach to his daughter's softball teams, and he
Awesome.
told us the other night that he owes his relationship to those girls because of that, because that's what they do. They talk all the way to games, traveling games and stuff.
Well, that's what girls do. We talk.
And so maybe that's what they mean by dads are more involved. Maybe there's more dads like that than ever before.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could be.
And if that's the case, kudos.
Kudos.
Exactly.
Hey, don't forget about our thing coming up on August 29th. We also have October 10th, a new view of you. We'll be talking about that a little bit more next week. Next week is our wine show with Greg Kimbrew from Vino Wine Warehouse. So until next week, my friends, be real,
Stay true.
know who you are,
And who you...
and what you believe,
because
you are the Divalution.
Thanks for being here. And don't forget to find Robin at Witch Stitchery on Facebook.
And buy my book.
And buy her book.
Buy my book.
We'll put all
Buy
those
my
links
book.
on our
Buy
Facebook
my
page.
book. Buy my book.
See you next
Divalution
week.
Show is a W4 Divas production, hosted by Deb St.Hilaire and produced by Josh Sherrill. All rights reserved.
You're listening to W4Divas.com.